Okay, welcome to ACCUFAB. I want to do a quick little presentation here of some of the products that we have for the Pro Mod racers and the big inch racers and the turbocharged racers and those that are running big centrifugal superchargers, etc. First, I want to concentrate on this little setup right here. These are the kind of the generic round throttle bodies. We have them in 90 millimeters and 105 millimeters. We have customers that are using these in pairs, etc. Most of the turbocharger guys will use something like this. And basically, they're going to hook these up to the intercooler tubing with either V-bands like this. Right here, I'll pull this one off so you can see it. V-band setups like this, or these clamshell clamps like this, which are really a neat little deal because you can pull this pin out. Now you can open it up. Both of these are easy to use for between round maintenance, things like that. We have a ferrule that typically is welded to the tube that comes out of your intercooler or out of your turbochargers, and it catches one side of the V-band. The other side of the ferrule is actually machined into the throttle body itself. So it's a nice, clean, neat, easy setup. We have different ferrules, obviously, for this, and a different throttle body setup for this, but basically they're identical. The ferrules are just slightly different between the V-band and the clamshell clamp. These things are, you can put hundreds of pounds of boost, I think over 200 PSI of boost through these things, and the tubing is secure. There's a little rubber O-ring that fits in there, so it's completely airtight also. Now, for people that are running naturally aspirated, maybe in like a Pro Stock car. I want a Pro Stock car that can use EFI, for instance. For years, everybody was using Dominator carburetors, and then they decided to split the Dominator carburetors and mount them differently. Well, these are basically the same bolt pattern as a split Dominator. Each one of these two-barrel setups, which you would use with three others, so there was a set of four, flows 1,850 CFM, each one of these. So you got over 7,000 CFM capability. They're also available with fuel injectors into the throttle body or without. Some people prefer fuel injectors in the top and in the runners, run 16 injectors. Some people would rather have all the injectors just into the runners of the intake. These are available both ways. You have to use custom linkage to set this up. These things are ultra light, very easy to use, and I don't think there's any way to make more power on a naturally aspirated type or a nitrous motor than with this setup. Finally, we have kind of the world's largest four-barrel. Actually, it's very light. It's smaller in actual physical size than a Holley Dominator style type throttle body. It has a couple other features. One of which, of course, is that what we had here with this two-barrel is already put in here. They're both the same size. So this throttle body will flow over 3,000 CFM, about 3,600 CFM. You can run it as a single unit. And by the way, they have a progressive linkage. You can see how that would work here. So you can cruise around in the pits and drive up to the starting line, and then when you get on it, of course, everything opens up. So you can run this as a single unit, or you can put them in as pairs. These are particularly effective for really large engines, but we've got guys using these on the street. I've got guys with pretty big inch, small blocks that are using these. It's an amazing setup that these engines can take that kind of airflow and still run just fine, even in a street environment. So what we've done basically is try to put something together product-wise for everybody. Everything that you're looking at here is made in-house. We design everything in-house. Everything is made here. There's no foreign stuff. There's no what would you call it, offshore material used in here. This is all polished billet, 6061 T6 aluminum. We make all the brass blades ourselves in here. And even the little screws that hold them onto the shafts, those are custom made for us by ARP. They're 69 cents each. So this is ultra high dollar type stuff, but it's usually a lot less expensive than some of these wild carburetors that are out there. And of course, they outflow a carburetor like gangbusters. So that kind of gives you an idea of what we have to offer for the Pro Mod racer or the top sportsman racer, someone who wants EFI, state-of-the-art, and whether it's turbos or in a blow-through environment or even in a suck-through environment if you wanted it, or just a naturally aspirated kind of an environment. Hope that was of some interest to y'all. Give us a call if we can help you.